In the opening credits, actress Martine Beswick's name is listed as Martin Beswick. During the chess tournament, the white queen on the large display board is moved from f4 to e4. In the next shot, however, it is back on f4. Then, when Kronstein leaves, it's on e4 again. In fact, his opponent wasn't beaten at that time, as retreat and parrying moves were still available. You may assume his opponent wasn't skilled enough to realize the situation, but it doesn't seem plausible as it was kind of a Masters tournament. During Klepp's Spectre Island visit, she and Morzeni walk through a training area. As they leave the training area, there is a shot of them entering what appears to be another training area. But it is identical to the one shown earlier, just from another angle. When Bond goes to answer his car phone at the beginning of the film, he is carrying his shirt, which he starts to put on when answering the call. The film cuts to Moneypenny, then back to Bond, who has now managed to get his shirt on, completely buttoned, one-handed, in the space of a few seconds. The camera cuts away momentarily, and when it returns to the couple, the shirt is once again completely unbuttoned. When Tatiana goes to see Klepp closes the door, and a crew member's hand reaches through to pull the door shut. When Klepp reads out facts to Tatiana from her dossier, she mentions that Tatiana had 3 lovers. When she says this, she's wearing thick glasses. But when she's seen moments later, she's not wearing her glasses anymore. When Bond is first provided with the attaché case, he fails to close the latch on his left side. When walking away from M's desk, both latches are closed. Bond exits Istanbul airport through the domestic terminal, despite arriving on an international flight. As the vehicle carrying James and Karim approaches the gypsy camp, it doesn't have its lights on, but as it enters the camp, they are on. When Bond turns on the tap in his hotel room bathtub, no water comes out, only steam. The scar on Bond's lower back seems to change shape in between shots. The Bulgar appears dressed like this in the Hagia Sophia scene. Once inside, he somehow chose to put on an additional knitted jumper. After the Russian consulate explosion, there is a shot from outside the building with many onlookers. Among them is a man and his son standing on the curb, turning around and looking at the camera crew. When Bond, Karim and Tatiana escape the consulate, Karim is carrying the Lecter decoding machine. A few seconds later, Bond is suddenly carrying it. The money Bond gives to the train conductor looks like it was only printed on one side. The flower truck that is first seen at the railroad crossing is a Dodge, and after 007 enters it, the truck switches to a Chevrolet. The truck hood is burned, and the inside headlight is missing from the grenade explosion. Then, in the next scene, arriving at the jetty, the truck is fully intact. When the helicopter attacking Bond explodes, its skids are blown off. In the next shot, where it crashes down to the ground, the skids are still attached. Remind me again, who is that person next to Bond? Bond fires 2 shots from the single-shot flare gun, but doesn't reload in between. When talking to Klepp and Kronstein at the end, Blofeld's Spectre ring swaps from his right pinky to his left.